Okay, now that I have your attention with the title, no, it's not me that has cancer, at least I don't think so, but I'm not going to any doctors to find out. The only issue I've got is missing tooth, going through an implant here. But what does have cancer, oh, by the way, long time no see. Thanks for sticking around if you are still subscribing to me. So, back to what's going on. What does have cancer is the tractor here. Battery box. It's eaten up pretty bad. You can see there, it's a wonder the battery hasn't fallen out of there yet. So what I am going to do is, originally I was going to pull this off and repair it. We've done that on the 7120. This one is a whole lot worse than that. So what I have done is I've just gotten the complete assembly here because this is part of the step getting into the tractor. And so I want this to be as strong as possible. Yeah, we could have probably spent a couple of hours repairing this one, but you know, for about $400, maybe a little bit more than that, brand new, out of the box, going on there. So that is what I am up to today. I'll pull these batteries out of here, and I'm sure I will be cutting some bolts and cussing some bolts. I have sprayed them for the last week with the handy dandy PB blaster. So we'll see how this project goes. Stay tuned. Hey, now you can see how bad it really is. All across the back, across the front here. Yeah, not a lot holding it on the front side here. So let's pull this off of here. It looks like I've got a couple of bolts here in the back, 4 bolts, it looks like, holding it on. All right, 1, 2. 3, and I guess 4. So 4 bolts. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, this is the one that's going to be a biatch to get off, but I don't have to worry about that one yet because it is rusted through, so I can pull the box off, just the 2 on the other side now. And I can get a chisel or a pair of vice grips to put on that one to pull it out. And it just screws back into the main frame. There's not a nut on the other side. So let's keep on rolling here. Okay, we actually had 2 bolts that did not come out. This one here and this one over here. This bolt or stud is welded onto the main box, as you can see here. And it was so rusty on the bottom it just didn't hold, but that shouldn't be a problem to get out of there. We'll see. Hey, there's a better picture of the cancer there. As you can see, it was pretty bad. Yeah, we were not far off from losing some batteries, but before I can put the new one back on, I've got to go up to my local hardware store because I am going to replace the ends of these battery cables. Every one of them is broken. We've had good battery connections. I don't know how, because as you can see, now this one we have replaced, so we don't have to do anything with that one except put a new bolt in there. But all of these others, as you can see, are broken, so I'll just cut them off. I've got enough length. I have enough length. Hey, you don't hear me say that too often. I have enough length that I can cut these off and put some new ends on them. So that's what we're going to do. And I do need a couple of metric bolts. This one that goes in this other bushing I wrung off. I don't have this exact size metric bolt, so I need to get one of those from the store, and I think that is all that I need. So some battery ends and one bolt. I have the nuts to go back, so all is good. So let me run up there and get these parts. All right, I have the battery cables repaired here. I do not like the bolts that come in these battery cables, so because they always rust up, and then when you go to take them off, they want to twist around on you because of the square head on the one side, and it gets rusty. So I try to replace them with stainless steel bolts so they don't rust up and get corroded as badly. So I think we are ready to start putting this back together. Though I remember one thing I did not get at the hardware store, and that is some all thread. I may have a piece of all thread around here to replace those, but we'll see. Well, okay, my battery went dead on the GoPro, but I've just about got this finished up here. Got all the battery terminals connected. I did not have enough all thread to put these brackets in. I only had one piece, and these others, well, I wrung them off so they're too short, and then the other one is, one of them is too rusty. So it's almost 5 o'clock, so you know what that means. I will stop at the hardware store on my way down here tomorrow morning and get another couple more pieces of all thread, and then I can get this baby back together, and we will be ready for the next snowstorm. Okay, before I put the last cover on, there's a cover that goes around here with the light fixture on it. I'm going to fire the bad boy up, make sure all the battery connections are good. But I've got it on there. Everything is looking good, so let's fire it up, see what happens. Okay, that's a Magnum tractor for you. Yeah, it is a bit warm in the shop. I do have the heat on, but this tractor's been sitting in here probably 2 weeks waiting for parts or deciding what I'm going to do with it. But hey, these babies start right up every time. It doesn't matter how cold it is outside, how warm. As long as the battery is decent, they're going to start. But what I did notice when I took these batteries out, these batteries are 6 years old, so I think I'm on borrowed time with these batteries. About 6 years is all we can get out of it, especially when you're running headlights a lot like we do, especially with snow plowing. So I am prepared. I will be replacing batteries probably this year in this tractor, but it looks like I can put the cover back on, and we are ready to roll with this thing. All right. See ya. See ya.